Hi, Cheyenne. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. How are you doing? So, sorry for the wait. I got kind of booked up. So, trying to get caught up here. So, we're going to talk to Uncle Bill. Uh-oh. I see Uncle Bill just had an anniversary. May the 2nd. Okay. First, I like to explain for people who haven't had a reading from me before, because we're all different. We all do our jobs different on any job. Anyway, I see, hear, feel, sense, smell, taste a little bit. The last two, just sometimes just know. Just they talk to me, but they also show me pictures, which I call spiritual charades. So, I have to describe the picture to you. So hopefully I get it close enough you understand what they're trying to get across, because I'm just the vessel, just relaying their messages. They can hear you. You just can't hear them all the time. And I always say all the time, because sometimes you can hear them. You don't have to be a medium to hear them. So it's my spiritual charades. We'll get it close. This isn't an exact science. And it's harder to sometimes connect with the exact people. So I do it a harder way, I guess. But I think you'd rather connect to somebody you really want to hear from than just one of your relatives. Anyway, what am I missing? Names I usually don't get correctly, but I get close. I get at least the first letter. So if I get a name, throw a name out there, don't stretch it outside the box. I'm talking with my hands again. And don't excuse me, don't throw the whole reading out just because the name might be a little wrong. It just is what it is, and I don't push anything to make it fit. It's just it'll come out like it's supposed to. Guess I need to puff on my little pipe a little more so I can cough more. So, Uncle Bill, you had asked if he was upset when the cemetery worker cut open the bottom of the beers that you left him. He's laughing. He says, no. He says, shotgun. He says, it's just like shotgun. Do you guys ever poke a hole inside the beer can? They call it shotgunning. And then you have to suck it out of the side. I've never done it. I can't drink beer that fast. I like my beer. I drink a lot of beer, but I can't drink it that fast. I can't shotgun. I'll throw up. He said, shotgunning. Excuse me. Okay, as far as watching over you, he's going to show you that he is. I'm sure he will. So let's see what he's got to say. He says that you've taken a couple of wrong turns lately. He says you need to get back on your path. You need to get back on what you need to be doing. He says you're worrying about too much drama out there. You need to get refocused on what you need to do and go down the road you need to go down, and let some of those other people do what they're going to do. He says focus. Focus, focus, focus on your purpose, on your plan, and some of those people are going to fall by the wayside, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because then it leaves room for the people that are more uplifting. That's what I want to say. Yeah, he said you need to let those people fall by the wayside. So I'm saying it leaves room for those people that are got New teeth that are going to guide you down the path that is most beneficial to you. He's showing you kind of going like this, like you're listening to. He says you're listening to some garbage. He says you know the truth. I don't know. I don't know if you're up there. See my shirt? The voices in my head keep telling me I need to go to Michigan. I think you're from up there, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't look at anybody's Facebook page ahead of time because it muddies my little pea brain. That's why I ask for no information ahead of time. He says there's an aunt. Okay, I'm seeing Aunt Carol, but it could just be a female name with a C. An aunt. I don't know if he means your aunt or his aunt. Carol, that is with him on the other side. And he's showing her as kind of loud. Kind of loud. And chatty. Very chatty. Like she's chatting his ear off, chatty. So hopefully that describes well enough who he's talking about so you'll know which one it is. And your Uncle Bill. Was there also another uncle? Like, and once again, I don't know if it's your uncle, his uncle. Can't. Usually I can tell the difference. That also had a name close to the name Bill, or at least it started with a B. He's got him with him too. He just told me I needed to quit smoking this. Yes, I know. He's saying, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? So he's referencing, he's acknowledging a Mary. And somebody might have actually called her Mary, Mary. Or Mary something that rhymed with Mary. Like Mary Fairy or Mary. What? It's another relative. Is she here? I can't tell if she's here or there. And he's pointing, she's down here. So he's acknowledging this female. Something about her going for a ride, going for rides, going for rides, going for a ride. Okay, let's get him switched to something else. I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm going to say he's at your house. He's at the couch. He's smoothing it out. He's smoothing it out. And I've seen him do this like on a bed where they smooth out the sheet, or on a table they'll smooth out the tablecloth. But he's smoothing out the couch. This may not be your house. This might be where he was living. He's showing that he used to lay on the couch. He didn't feel well. And he would lay on the couch a lot and just moan and just be just totally drained of energy. Just didn't have it in him to get up and run around. He's shown himself drinking a glass of orange juice. Maybe at some point you gave him a glass of orange juice when he didn't feel well towards the end. But he still wanted a beer because what was it going to hurt? It wasn't going to hurt me now. Might as well have one. He mentions trains, as in choo-choo trains type trains. Now he's making my head hurt really bad right in through here, like almost like it's got a really tight band on it just squeezing it in, or something inside of it pushing it out. I can't tell for sure which, but it just, especially across here, it hurts really bad. And I hope he takes it back off of me. He said he was miserable, but you brightened his day. He always felt you were kind of bouncy, kind of full of energy, full of life, bouncy, lighthearted. He's giving you a warning. Be careful what you wish for. Okay, he's shown me two different things. Sometimes he comes up and he grabs your head and he plants a big old kiss on the side of your head. I'm not sure how you're going to feel this because everybody feels it different. Usually when I can just feel like something like a little pressure right here. It's not going to feel like him actually physically grabbing you and doing that, but he's literally grabbing you clear around the head and pulling you in and giving you a big old kiss right on the side of your hair. Mine, it usually feels like head lice, like bugs crawling, itchy. Sometimes when they get that close to a spot, you'll get real hot there. It'll feel like goosebumps. It'll feel like something, but it's just going to feel like that in one spot. He's very strong. His energy is very, very strong. But he was also trying to tell me at the same time that in your house, sometimes you'll hear, where? You gotta tell me where. Tapping, like somebody's taking their fingernail and tapping on the wall. Like, excuse me. Like a little tapping on the wall. Tapping on the wall. He's showing that it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. It's probably not going to be very loud. I do cough once in a while, but this is like overwhelming cough. This is This is coming from him. This is overwhelming, kind of choking, coughing, like I can't stop coughing, like taking my voice away coughing. Okay, and he's flipping around here. Hang on, I'm trying to get him to stop at one thing. He used to take you for rides in the car. Then he's showing you eating an ice cream cone, and you're much smaller. And he feels like a light-hearted soul, you know, just like driving down the road, singing to the radio. You're eating an ice cream cone in the back seat. He didn't care if it melted, but he preferred that it did not. He says you're an awesome person. You're beautiful inside. Don't let anybody tell you different. He's talking about babies, 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 babies. Oh, they're so cute and ornery. So I don't know if do you have several children, young children? There's a little boy. Can't tell how old he is. I hate guessing ages because I names and ages I stink at. Little boy, older than a toddler, 4, 5, 3, I don't know, somewhere in there. And he interacts with Uncle Bill. He sees him. Most little children, can connect with them. And they're not afraid of him because they've seen him since they were born. They don't shut it down till later when us adults come along and go, you can't have that imaginary friend. They're not real. Yeah, they are. So he interacts with this little boy. This little boy sees him. So this little boy will tell you, Uncle Bill's right there. There's Bill. Bill over there. Did he call him Unky instead of Uncle? Unky? He says, where did the time go? Oop, oop, oop. Where we go? Where we go, Bill? He said he was not scared when he left because the people that I mentioned already that are with him, he saw them. Plus, he showed me one beautiful angel. There's always at least one, sometimes more. And then he's showing me like a silhouette of people behind these particular ones. And if you were around and listened to him towards the end, the things that he was babbling, he wasn't babbling. He really saw them. They always come forward towards the end, and they bring comfort and reassurance that they're going to be okay when they end up leaving with them. He's shown me a bow and arrow that he's shooting. He says that's when you know you're a hunter, when you use a bow and arrow. And he says I still get to do that. He says he comes in your house. He sits on the end of the couch. He puts his arms back like this and sits back and has, show me again. And he's stretched back. I'm not going to get all stretched. I'll probably fall out of my chair if I stretch back like he is. He's stretched back. He stretched back and got his legs stretched out, and one's crossed over the other. And he's pretty stretched back and relaxed. He says he's still doing that now in your house. There's somebody that comes to your house that he doesn't like very well, and he wants to trip them when they go by. It's a male. He's not talking about your spouse. I think you have a spouse. I don't know. I don't creep on anybody before I do this. But it's a friend of you guys, or whoever lives in your house with you. He's talking about the color orange. The color orange. But he's not saying why. He wants you to go back to school. Either you just went back to school and finished school, or he's wanting you to go back to school. He's showing himself standing up perfectly healthy, kicking his legs crazily out to the sides, saying, look what I can do, look what I can do now. You don't have that old crappy body anymore. I'm sorry I was such a pain for everybody towards the end. I didn't like it either. But I'm not that way now. And how awesome is that? Okay, I'm not sure if this is a memory or something he's doing now, but he's he's on a little kid's tricycle. But it's not a tricycle, it's more like it's a three-wheeler thing that's plastic that little bitty kids ride on, and he's on it all hunched up with his knees up to his chest almost, trying to pedal it. So I don't know if that's something he did that you remember, or if that's something he's doing now with the kids. So if you have a plastic three-wheel type toy out in your yard and it tends to move from one spot to the other, or roll down the hill, or he's messing with it. He's calling you a nickname, and it sounds like cherry pie. So I think you might have to think outside the box a little bit. It sounds like cherry pie. Sherry pie, sherry. I'm not even going to try to make it anything other than the way it came across. He says you're going to be moving. Are you looking for a different house? He says you're going to be moving. You know, I'm not a psychic that makes predictions. I'm not going to tell you you're going to have 3 goats and 2 cows and a pig in your life. I don't do that. He's showing something really muddy, something outside, something really deep, thick, mucky mud. It's not next to the house, but I don't know what he's showing. Really deep, thick. Like if you drove through it, you would leave tire tracks like that. Deep, mucky, really wet mud. I don't know what he's showing. Okay, now I'm not hearing him. Hang on, let me see where he went. See what we're changing to. So do you have a sibling? If you don't have a blood sibling, it's somebody that feels, he's not even saying whether it's a boy or girl. A sibling that feels like a brother or sister to you, that he goes to visit. He says you'd be amazed on where I can go and what I can do now. He wants you to keep your mom happy. He wants you to listen to what she says, follow her guidance, and make her happy while you have her. She's a precious gem, a diamond in the rough. Probably more than you realize. Don't wait till it's too late to realize it. She's smarter than you think. He says he loves you, and he says something about honey bunches of oats. He loves you. You were my ornery one. And he likes it. Now he's talking about a hairpin curve, hairpin turn, hairpin. Okay, he's talking about on a road, hairpin turn. Don't have trouble on that hairpin curve. Okay, so now he's getting ready to leave. He's sitting on a cooler. He's kind of kicked back, even though there's nothing to lean against, like what he told me about sitting on your couch. He's kind of kicked back. He's got a beer in his hand. He says, and I'm comfy. I'm perfectly comfy. Living the life of Riley. He says, this is fine for now. We don't get away scot-free. We still have things we have to do there. But he says, for right now, I'm living the life of Riley. But there is a lot of work behind the scenes. It's not all fun and games. And with that, he's going, catch you later. Don't forget I'm around. You're going to feel me and know that I'm there. Talk to me, and I tell everybody this, talk to them. They can hear you. You just can't always hear them. I promise you, they can hear you. So go ahead and talk to him and ask him for things. Asking for important things. And a lot of times, if it's what you're supposed to have on your path, they can open doors for you. They can bring people to you. They can find ways to remove things from your life. If you honestly ask and you're ready to accept what they have to offer, it's pretty awesome. They have dropped things in my lap that I ask, okay, I want to do this, this, and this, and they'll drop the perfect thing in my lap. Try it. He wants you to try it. So he's going to go chill out with his beer and his cooler. His cooler has wheels on it too. I don't know why he wants you to know that. Yeah, he said it's not so heavy that way because it's full. And he's actually shaking it so I can hear the ice slopping around in there. He's a great guy. He loves you very much, very, very much. And he's so happy that he got to talk to you and let you know that he's still with you and that he still loves you. That you're not getting rid of me that easy. Love it. Okay, he's done. I hope you enjoyed it. Watch for those signs. Ask him for more. He'll bring you more. And then once you see the first signs and realize those are really signs from him, then you'll start catching on to the other ones that he sends you. So he says once again, I love you. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Let me know. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. Much love to you. Don't forget to pay it forward. Later.